I can tell people, hey, if you like the live show, come catch the live show. So, it's a platform for me not to do more work, but to tell more people about the show that I do. Kavish. All right, we're almost ready. Chin chin and chin chin and chin 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 chin. We're getting ready. YOLOcast. Just give me a second. It won't be much longer. Be patient with me. Be patient. Paciencia. Old man listens to Run the Jewels. All right. Hey, it just started. It started all by itself. Isn't that awesome? How are you? How long have you been listening to me talking gibberish? I'm wondering. Welcome to Vinyl Junkies Radio. My name is Sam. I broadcast live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, right here. And we are doing something special today. Oh, yes. I don't know how many of you were here earlier, but we did an Old Man Reacts 2. What did we do today? Which album? Alton Goon's new record. It's amazing. It's amazing. And today, we're about to do Old Man Reacts to RTJ CU4TRO. This is a remix album by Run the Jewels that features reggaeton, I guess, remixes. I don't even know a whole lot about it because it seems like it came out without fanfare. And when it came out, it's like, fuck, do I need another copy? Like, I'm not the guy who buys remixes generally. It happens. I mean, I have some remix albums that are brilliant, but I generally don't buy remix albums. And I had a bunch of people around me tell me, Sam, you want to listen to this? It's really good. It's like, yeah, dude, I know. It's Run the Jewels, but, you know, how many records can I get? It's like, no, trust me, it's really fucking good. You say you like reggaeton, you want to listen to this. It's like, oh, okay. And then Shmoove basically dropped a tip and said, hey, go get it. It's like, fuck yeah, all right, so why don't we do this together? Let's listen to this together. Okay? Now, the way it is that I do these Old Man is that I give you a complete rundown of the record quality before we even listen to the record. I'm not someone who really criticizes music, so don't expect me to do that. My whole shtick is to listen to the music together and to draw your own conclusions. I mean, obviously, I'll make comments, but to me, the conversation that we have live and in real time is really the interesting part of this. So I'm looking forward to talking about the music and seeing what this is all about. All right, let's talk product first, okay? We're going to do the actual physical vinyl review first. Let me have a look at the package. By the way, those of you who are watching this on YouTube, feel free to come join us on Twitch. You're going to find that Twitch has a much smaller delay, and it's more real time. We do a regular morning show on Twitch, so just come hit us up. Put on your notifications, and whenever we're on, you'll see me play records from all of this in the cave. What is there, over 10,000 records in here? I'll keep you busy. All right, so product. It's a 2LP, right? It cost 44 Canadian dollars, so let's say equivalent in American dollars, maybe a bit cheaper. 44 for a double LP. Okay, let's have a look. First of all, it's standard paper. Okay, so it's a standard direct-to-board stock. Not cheap. I've seen much cheaper, but not deluxe in any way whatsoever either. Okay, so this is your gatefold. Let me take a look at if there's any art. Okay, so there's a sticker pack. Mine came bent, no biggie. But there's a sticker pack that comes with this. I don't use the stickers generally. What else do we have? Do we have any insert sheets? Let me just take a look. Yeah, we got an insert sheet as well. So this is what the insert sheet looks like. All right. So lyrics, it's very, very small typeface, it should be said. But, yeah, you need a magnifying glass to read this. At least I do. But that's what the insert looks like. And then there's the two records. I'm going to do a quality control on the two actual records to see... okay, well, I mean, the music is one thing, but the quality of the product itself, what's it like? Now, I've done these quality control things for records on, I estimate, about 1,000 new records. So this was a project of mine to actually quality control, quality test new records to see what the standard was. So I have a pretty good idea of what a good record's supposed to look like and what a bad record looks like. And there's plenty of both right now in the market. But records cost a lot of money, so you want to be sure. So I promise I will give you a detailed, no bullshit review of these records. Whatever it is, $44. Okay. The first thing that I look at, which is real simple, is I look at the surface of the record. Are there any surface scratches? I count that out of 10. Why would there be surface scratches on new records? Because a lot of the time, people put their records, the artists or the labels, put their records, they house them in paper sleeve, and those paper sleeves scrape up against the edge, so they cause scrapes. They cause little surface marks, which are not pleasant to look at. So no, there's no scratches at all. It's 10 out of 10. Then I look at stuff like finish, okay? Finish to me are two things that I look at primarily. I look at the center, and I see if there's any extra little bits of vinyl sticking out, what they call flash. That's an indication of a record that lacks a bit of finish. So in this particular case, I definitely see some extra flash. Like this one over here, just looking at it, maybe when I put it on the spindle, I might have a little bit of trouble because I can see a little extra flash in there. So is it absolutely terrible? No, but it's got a bit of flash. And then what I do is I look at the edges. The edges, I'm telling you, some of them are so fucking rough. The way I generally do it is I take, what do you call it? One of those soft microfiber cloths, and I just rub them against the edge here. If the microfiber cloth gets caught against the edges, it's a record that lacks finish. I mean, in this particular case, this is not a perfect record by any stretch of the imaginations. I mean, I can see that the edges are rough. Not terribly rough. And let's be clear here, I'm just talking about aesthetics now, right? So we're getting to the aesthetics of the thing. This is not the most important thing. But if I'm going to do a review, I'm going to give you a full review. Okay, in this particular case, we're seeing exactly the same thing. We're seeing some center flash, and the edges are probably going to be just as rough. So let's have a look. No, this is actually better in terms of the edges. This one's a little cleaner, but there's more center flash. So, I mean, in terms of finish, you know, it's not done by QRP, let's say. Okay? Is it terrible? No. Is it aesthetic? Yes, it's aesthetic. But the aesthetic counts. When you buy a brand new car, the aesthetic counts, right? Counts. So I'm giving you about the aesthetic. Now I know, especially for those of you who don't give a single shit about vinyl, none of this is interesting to you yet, but maybe we'll put chapters and you can move straight to the music, which you can hear on Spotify right now anyway. So just go to Spotify. Okay. So now what I look for is I look for two other things, okay? And I'm going to check it out on both turntables. These are two very important parts of vinyl. I look for warping and I look for centering, okay? Warping is the record completely flat. Centering is it completely centered. And that, the straight giveaway is when you drop the cartridge, the stylus on the record, what you do is you just go down and look at it carefully, and you can see if the stylus is moving up and down, it means it's got a warp. If the stylus is moving side to side, it means that the record is not on center. It's like having, like driving away with a new car that's got alignment issues. Basically, an off-center record is a misaligned record. Not a good thing. Okay, let me give you a little trick as well. Especially in this particular case, you can see some light go off on these turntables, right? Can I tell you how it is that you'll spot right away if these records are warped? Right away. Check out the light that's on the records, right? And when I start making the record, when I push play and the record starts spinning, if the light stays steady, it's a flat record. If you start seeing the light dance around on the surface of the record, it's dancing around because the surface of the record's not flat. So why don't we try that? Put it to the test. Look at this one. Just stare at the light. Is it moving at all? A little bit, right? A little bit. We're going to investigate that just a bit further. Let's do it with the second one. Is the light jumping around at all? You see along the edge how it's jumping around just a little bit? What that tells you is that these records are not perfectly flat. Again, some of you might not care. This is nerd talk, but fuck, I do vinyl. I'm supposed to get into the weeds. All right. Now, the way it is that I see exactly what the deal is, either with centering and with how much of a warp, is I go down and take a look, okay? And I grade it out of 10. I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking for. When it is that I'm grading warping, if it's just a tiny little thing where it's like barely noticeable to the eye, that's a 9 or an 8. That's mostly cosmetic. It's not a big deal. I start grading 6 or 7 if there's a space that exists between the platter and the actual record. If you see at any point that the record is lifting off the platter, it's because the record's wobbly. That shit's not acceptable. If the space between the platter and the record is big enough to fit a dime, then it's a failed record. It fucking fails the QC test. So that's the trick. That's the trick. That's how it is that I do the quality control to these. So why don't we test this out? Give me just 1 second, and I'll be back. Let's do this one first. All right. Well, look, on this one here, this is record 1. It's off center, 8 out of 10. Not good. Not terrible either. Not terrible. You have to kind of go down and pay attention. But it noticeably sways. Does it sway a lot? No. But it's not perfectly on center. Definitely not. And the warp is about the same thing, an 8. So, mostly cosmetic, but not perfect. You know? That's record 1. Let me just go down and check record 2. Is any of this interesting to you? I'm sorry if it isn't. We're going to get to the music soon enough. It's on Spotify right now. Go press play to your little heart's content and you will get all the reggaeton you want. Until then, let me do my fucking work. All right, let's see the second one. This one's pretty much the same thing with a little less warp, it seems. But you're looking at an 8-8. So in other words, the records are passable, completely passable. What it is that you're looking at from a quality control perspective is mostly cosmetic, but, you know, it's certainly not perfect. It's certainly not, but it's good. It's clean as fuck. As long as the music sounds good at this point, you're golden, as far as I'm concerned. So there you go, folks. That is your in-depth review of the RTJ CU4TRO record. Genius says, RTJ Rock Sam, you got to listen to the new Killer Mike record. You think, eh? If I ever see it on vinyl, then I would consider it. Hey, maybe Killer Mike's people will see me and watch this and say, hey, you know what? This dude's no bullshit. I want him to review the record. I'd be down. No doubt. I do it right. I don't know why. Why don't we listen to the music now, all right? If you guys want to listen to this in real time, I should tell you that on YouTube, it's a little bit delayed by about a minute or two. If you want to have real-time conversation, you have the real-time conversation on Twitch with us, all right? Here is your link to join us on Twitch. The added advantage of Twitch also is that, I do a morning show there, so I'm not only doing these Old Man Listens shows, I do a regular morning show, and I play all of this. All of it. Everything you see in the picture, I play it all. So if you like listening to different music and discovering stuff, not only the new shit, but discovering new old shit, I know a person. Vinyl Junkies on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Vinyl Junkies. Tell a friend. Tell us that you met us. Tell us that you got to know the show during the RTJ broadcasts. All right. What do you say? We're ready to drop the needle on this? Let's check it out. Whoop. Let me put up the volume here. We will be watching. We're actually traveling. Vinyl Junkies. I take Vinyl Junkies on the road. I will be taking Vinyl Junkies to Denver, Colorado from September 8th, 9th, and 10th. And we are rolling about 20 deep, and we will be meeting actually at the Run the Jewels concert. Run the Jewels is doing a concert on September 8th with Wu-Tang Clan and Deltron 3030. So a whole bunch of us from my crew, from Vinyl Junkies, my listeners, we're going to be meeting up in Denver just to see RTJ. Wouldn't it be the best if I would actually be able to catch some of that for the show live? Who knows? Here's side one. Who's going to have a smoke with me?
This week.
Esta semana, el Yankee y el Valiente.
Back at it like a crack addict, Mr. Black Magic, crack a bitch back, chiropractic, craftmatic, big daddy smoking big, Cali in a black, alley in a black, granddaddy rolling down, old natty how, napping Matty as a black, granddaddy all fat,
all right,
no capping fat black, boat captain stay floating, no flapping, wave runner, I'm a gunner, I'ma have your block hot as a sunner all summer, and I put that on Osama and my motherfucking mama, I'ma terrorize the actors playing like they want some drama, I'ma chop 'em with a chopper till I motherfucking drop.
Black addict, I'm Mac with the blackest fabric. I'm back, I'm magically racking it. That's when I'm ducking rat-a-tat-tats. I'm running the trunk of a sucker shit. Matter of fact,
this is fantastic.
Even the crack. Automatic facts, it's like that. Scam of bliss when you put in feelings in charge of shit. All of us targeted, all we doing is arguing. Pardon them as they work until every pocket's been picked and sold and harvested. I'm ready to mob of these fucking charlatans. Till time die, I'm galactically fly. The mood is moving, the maniacs in the city to crime. Hearts cry, all this neon is ripping us up inside. Immortality's out of bounds, it's a one-round ride.
I got one round left for 100 cops outside. I could shoot at them or put one between my eyes. Chose the ladder, it don't matter, it ain't suicide. And if the news say it was,
it's
that's
a goddamn lie.
I couldn't let them pigs kill me, I got too much pride. And I meant it when I said it, never take me alive.
I got the granddad running in the alley outside. The mic or run like you hungry and get your ass in a ride. I'd rather have and not need you than watch your rotten demise. And you so owe me for them nights, you do not get to just die. You try to fuck with my brother, you get the bastard surprise. And that's more honest than your whole life in a fraction of time. I didn't get my degree on how to smoke weed till I'm blind, so you can ruin my high. You run a do when you buy.
My brother made a point, so out the back door I'ma slide. A chubby husky thigh scrubbing, fucking up my Levi's. A crooked copper got the dropper, I put lead in his eye. Plus we heard he murdered a black child, so none of us cried. Yankee and the brave in here, everybody hit the deck. We don't mean no harm, but we truly mean all the disrespect.
Quattro.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Jump out of my bed like where the bread. You go hold the egg. Waiter, bring the check. When we talk, we Kalishnikov. Keep us in your thoughts. Fully dressed at the crack of dawn. Weapons heading off. I can hear them from the block. See them creeping through the floor. Season's greetings. The feeding season can start. Oh my God. Look alive. Looking like I live life on a crooked line. Doing fine. You want maximum stupid. I am the guy.
First of all, fuck the fucking law. We is fucking raw. Step up tall. Horses on the half shell. Sushi bar. Like a bitch. And the pussy fish. Still fuck the raw. I'm a dog. I'm a dirty dog. Ha 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 ha. Oh, dirty bastard. Go in your jaw. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Got the simmy in the himmy. Going gimme, gimme, y'all. Pugilistic, my linguistics. RJ Ruler damage, y'all. And I rap it pornographic. Be set up the camera.
Yeah, I'm digging this too. Quite a bit.
MCs disparando rimas como un misil. Estamos en el bloque de party tirando skill weed. Va a amanecer fumando y rapeando en el beat. Shit que te da de afil, prendete el hashish.
Covered disruption, I got you covered, I'm busted. My brother's a runner, he crushing, it's no discussion. I used to be Munchkin, I wasn't supposed to be nothing. Y'all fuckers corrupted, are up to something disgusting. My pockets are plumper this season, I love to cuff them. I'm afraid of nothing but nothingness, ain't it something? Warmongers are dumping, a point and click at your pumpkin. You'll suffer disruption, so push your kids in the oven.
Fuck a king or queen and all of they lost subjects. I pull my penis out and I piss on they shoes in public. People, we the pirates, the pride of this great republic. No matter what you order, motherfucker, we what you stuck with. I used to love Bruce, but living my vida loca. Help me understand, I'm probably more of a joke. When we usher in chaos, just know that we did it smile. Cannibals on this island, inmates run the asylum.
So what do you guys think, man? Let's see it in the comments. Just so you know, YouTube, you can't spot the Twitch comments. Twitch is where it's going off. Feel free to join us. I'm going to put a link in the chat so you guys can check it out for yourself. There we go.
Arriba México. Música del barrio.
run. Here come the menaces to sobriety.
this.
Like what? Super thuggers thumping on the cut.
Front. My motherfucking Uzi weighs a ton. Hit the drum till you hear it go ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Run. Piety just really
Yeah,
isn't
this I
us.
like.
With a rush, see you cutting up a pie. That's
The
my
reggaeton beat
Front.
comes
Your
in. This is
motherfucking
awesome.
pockets when I come, it's an honor to be robbed by Denise's only son. Yeah, ever ready, baby boy, bitty, moving extra heavy,
yeah.
whipping Chevy. Gotta get it, eat spaghetti with the monster. Vegan bitches feed them dick cause they don't eat no steak and lobster. Sosa was my hero, homie. Tony's just a fucking hustler.
Out of mind, at a touch, at a time. Man, I smoke a bogey backwards with a thumb up like it's fine.
Front.
Sleep and supper, say, supper, sweet divine. Leave me here to drown in glory, you're too good to cross that line. Run. Tragically struck down in my prime by the speed at which the bags are dropping. Should've watched the sky.
There's a new group for you, eh, David Marazzo?
I'm only doing what I want, but hogging loogies at the swine.
Isn't it fun to listen to music in community with everybody? Over 100 people in one room, hanging out, vibing, listening to a new piece of music. It's awesome. Yeah, it's clever, isn't it?
We the motivating, devastating, captivating, ghost and ray relating product of the fucking 80s. Coke dealing babies, never regulating,
God damn.
accumulating. It would not be overstating to say they are underrated. Proud of Brooklyn and the Grady, baby.
Come
We
on,
don't need
man,
no
this is
compliments or
insane.
confidence. Our attitude and latitude is fuck you, bitch. Summer level bombers, dookie ropes, smoking in the. Ain't a team as mean and clean as Jay Moline and Michael Render, bruh. TV got no temperature. Even if it did, bitch, we cool as penguin pussy on the polar cap peninsula. Colder than your baby mama hard.
This is the best track on the album so far. This is crazy
Just
good.
about we fucking had it. Our shit is just magic. Go figure the runs to the did it with our scam. It's flying in the
Yeah, that
fat of the
group's
land. Now your
way
man is
too
mashing
hard.
me back in the class of laughing. You raising a hand and tazzing. My shit it in your locker and let the note with a winky face meet us at 3 o'clock if you want to do something tragic. We'll shrinky dinky all of that yapping. It's automated. The gears of the rapper shredder while action and it'll
Eu
happen.
atravesso a cidade sem precisar de carona. Eu nasci pros Puma, vocês são tudo cafona. Esses negros me imitam, tipo clones da sombra. Devo ser terrorista porque todos são bomba. Uma mamacita latina comigo na autoestrada. Parados na fronteira com droga importada. Ela cospe tanto que parece minha arma. Eu tentando dar a fuga, ela baba e atrapalha. Foda-se se eu conheço, cê tá meio equivocado. Eu não sou mexicano, eu sou baiano, caralho. Um preto perigoso, gostoso e bronzeado. Que no oeste da Bahia, corpo e carro blindado.
Ai, ai. Pretty that's definitely the tune for me. That killed. I very much like what they did with this. It's pretty clever the way it is that they matched the reggaeton beats perfectly with especially Killer Mike's rhymes. It's something I would have never thought of, but you know, it's like that to me is why you give credit to a band like RTJ, because they're absolutely willing to see their art reinterpreted, and they're willing to take risks. To me, that's a big deal, you know? To see your art reinterpreted like that, to take a risk with something, it's something that I always respect. And in terms of their marketing, Jesus Christ, you know, Run the Jewels might be the Kiss of hip-hop. I don't think that there's any band in the history of hip-hop that's done marketing better than fucking RTJ. None. These guys put their brand on everything. Wu-Tang is good. RTJ is another level. To me, RTJ is absolutely another level. But Wu-Tang, yeah, obviously. And the thing with Wu-Tang is that it's a little bit suspect because there's so much bootleg Wu-Tang stuff. Like Wu-Tang merch gets bootlegged like crazy. Not so much with Run the Jewels. I don't know if that would make a difference to you, but yeah, to me it's just, I find their marketing and I find the manner in which that they create their brand is something that doesn't insult me. Like sometimes you see that the brand is bigger than the art, and that's where it kind of starts getting, all right, well, the art's got to speak too. The art's got to be good. It can't just be the brand. It just can't be the look. Because if that's the case, then look, I mean, ultimately, I'm in it for the music. Whatever it is that you put around it, I like the way you dress it up. But ultimately, it's about the fucking music. So, I mean, I love George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. But the reason I fuck with P-Funk is because of the music. The rest is dressing. So, to me, at the very base, obviously, you have a very solid album. Then you see an artist's willingness to have that art reinterpreted in a manner that is still, I wouldn't say it's radically different, but it's different than the original. And it goes around a concept. It's not your typical, I guess, imaginings of songs, or what do they call that? Remixes. A lot of the remixes is, their own thing, but here there's actually a Latin theme, which I find interesting. So, are we going to think just as much of side 2? I hope so. I'm digging it so far. In terms of the sound of the wax and stuff like that, I gotta say, I find that it sounds a bit flat. It's compared to the first, compared to RTJ 4, which I remember really being vivid. But I'm listening to this through, a pair of Sennheiser 650s. They're good, and a really good headphone amp, and I'm finding it a bit flat. Are you guys seeing that too? I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky. Let's listen to side 2, okay? Thanks for hanging out, folks. You want to catch the conversation in real time, come join us on Twitch. Twitch has real-time comments. YouTube is basically a minute behind. Yeah. Side 2. Blue Letter Films, thank you for your sub. I appreciate you.
The log, the fire, the non-complier, the death defier, the Mike Myers, murder rapper for hire, doer of drive-bys, the bag, clack, let it loose, murder all weaknesses and survive. That's a job completer, dependable contractor.
Yeah, this is great.
Whack, rap, slapper, Mr. Leather Bomber Taker. Catch you getting off the S.
Blue Letter, did you just get your... Oh, Lord, look at Blue Letter. He just got his cowbell. Yeah, brother. Family bond for Blue Letter.
Until you rob a hype beast, you ain't seen sadness. Clockwork, orange madness, left the scene laughing.
Hey, we forever, ever. Jaimito y Michael de render. The pyrotechnocrats, the old razzle dazzlers. The magic bean and bobbers. The green giant of the rhyme contrivers. Supreme violence at a time describers. I'm the decider. You evil eyes.
How many of you ever heard this before? Am I the only guy who's hearing this for the first time?
I killed a mood of a Brutus MacGyver. A slapper yapper from the acne to the two-phone fiber. I'm liver. Dark crime designer, criminal minder. And I'm a horn and bread Uso who chop and screw truth up. Think I got a case of the Mondays on.
It does sound a bit chopped and screwed, doesn't it? Sounds a little slowed down, a little drunk.
AO1 for mayhem, 2 for mischief. Now aim for the drones in the zoning district.
Yeah, both on the headphones and on the speakers. I find that it sounds a bit flat.
Reality sucks dick, how's that for wisdom? Lift the toe back like delicious. Time elves wave to me off in the distance. Hey little guy, I'm just walking through from another timeline where monsters eat truth. Physicists say that though I get proof the multiverse lives, I'm supposed to just lose. Last bottom tank I drive is all fuel, gotta try to stay cool, honey bunny, don't move. Fuck shit glows in the hearts of the brutes who hate run the jewels, who don't love the troops. Miss the point, trying to act like shit's cool, don't fucking tell doom, your numbers not due. Every other goddamn year brand new, it's been 20 plus years, you think that's a clue? Maybe this guy kinda killed what he do, he's probably that dude, he left enough proof. Plenty of these groups disappeared, he's still the next big thing.
Killer Mike's new solo record hasn't been released on vinyl yet, has it?
I got
payback. Allow me to state that. All that four back, we don't play that. You won't beat, bruh, you just state that. And we stake that, fry and bake that. One time in the big old South, lived a little chubby kid with a big old mouth. Flame writers gave him big old doubts. Now the same little boy in a big old house. Look at him now hitting the big old cars. And the same folk hate to pay big old Mars. Hey, 1 minute let me be candid. You stand by the garbage can hand to hand. And that dumb trap shit, no proper plan. To sing ignorant shit like geekers dance. And rappers rap about it like it's so romantic. But I still can't seem to escape the panic. PTSD streets did the damage. Kept me in hammock, laid back with cannons. Get me fucked up, it be calamity. I'ma come through and leave some damage. I damn somebody call ambulance or ambulances. It's out of chances. It's fuck that weak shit you be bantering. You're common cold and my flows are cancerous.
I got
Take that, motherfucker.
I feel like I'm listening to a different record. It is absolutely different enough to warrant buying to me if you like what you hear.
Gad, you heard of these lads, it's the myth that we made a grip, never rolled dick. Truly the kind of like I had to contract nose on a quick.
Dick 'em up slick, talking no tricks.
This is funniest shit. Finally the money up and print on the kid and the planet hit skids. Living in the valley of flames like I win. Skyline of blaze and a Bob Ross pick. You don't want to acknowledge I'm wrong, give a shit, never nah. You can talk to me fine when I'm gone. Bad news bearing along with big claws, trying to hold the whole lives in his paws and applause. Swear to goddamn the whole city I make a romance hard. We got scars for hearts. Shit for eyes, baby, living in a one chance lot, so I stick to the art. Oh my god, I'm ultra mag, cash a bag, running through dead zone, hope I don't crash. Tenor song, motherfucker, bring it up fast. Be alone, I'm a home and I can and then dash. Fuck y'all guys.
Have you heard the new Killer Mike yet? Any of you?
That is not snow, it is ash, and you gotta know the past. Gotta rap, it's a lover gone mad, but I promise.
Baby, si lo hiciera otra vez, cada vez sería siempre tú.
Siempre tú.
Mi deseo, un deseo y deseo que sea siempre tú.
Siempre tú.
Tú. La lámpara mágica está ligada, no hay luz. Luz, luz. Un deseo tras deseo, tras deseo, tras deseo, pero es falso y sigo cargando cruz.
Sí, mira, ya ni tengo gas, ando escaso. Lo que me retrasa ni caso. Mientras tú te atrasas, yo avanzo. La vida continúa, tranqui, te doy paso. Tú metido en brasa, yo en trazo. Mi casa es tu casa, si estás pa' hacer caso. Aquí no se descansa, no. Por si acaso te dejo esta rimita pa' que te sirva el repaso. Rompo, yo nunca ronco, rimo. Me resigno a hablar de lo que siento y lo que vivo. Pronto, que se hace tarde pa' luego, mijo. No sé de ser padre, pero sí de ser buen hijo. Subiendo y bajando porque forma parte. Mi fue repateriando que crecí, sí. Ya no tengo miedo a lo que venga. La venga toda esa gente que hablaron más de mí.
Amazing, ain't it, how we made it and didn't fake it. Life's a disguise, the truth is butt naked. Used to be a time I see it and I say it. Now I understand that woke folk is playing. Ain't no revolution, it's televised and digitized. You've been hypnotized and Twitterized by silly guys. Choose to the evening news, make sure you ill-advised. Got you celebrating the generators of genocide. Any good deed is punished and penalized. Rulers of the world is sliced it up like a dinner pie. Race in a nation told you to identify. Take false pride and warfare incentivized. Fuck that,
yeah, these are completely different songs.
Cause we've been villainized. Stomp to the dirt of the earth, we still will arise. Terror don't let me alone as I
this is very tastefully done.
With a license to kill. This is nigga with an attitude of Beverly Hills. Heavy bill with a pocket full of treasury bills. Got a fly high temper, find it hard to chill. I'm a lifetime liver, fuck that fuck shit. Me and Jamie Vershaw with a knife in the mush. Man, tombstones read, they were nothing to fuck with.
Please say that shit again, Mike.
Nothing to fuck with. What?
Here we go.
Get a dose of dirty cold to go, been cold since cold flow. Got a wire to enlarge and I set a fire down below. I hang it up when you say sorry, didn't know. Probably got a year 10 to go, so let's go. I don't really know how to go slow. Goddamn, that motherfucker's cold. Hey, you in the wrong mode, you open and close, you know holes, no go. This whole world's a shit mode, built to the brim like Gitmo. When you think it don't get mode low, with limbo to the sticks on flow. All oppression's born of lies, I don't make the rules, I'm just one guy. All due respect of getting spit on, how respect is now defined.
Yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite songs on the album, of the original.
It ends directly at the edge of a mass grave that's their design. Funny fact about a cage, they're never built for just one group. So when that cage is done with them and you still pour it, come for you. The newest lowest on the totem with godly G you have been used. You have to fuel the death machine that down the line will kill you too. Pseudo-Christians, young and different, kids in prisons, innocent shit. Even one scrap of what Jesus taught connected, you feel different. With a disingenuous way to piss away existence, I don't get it. I say you lost your goddamn minds if y'all possess one to begin with.
Lo que sea fama tiene play. Soy como Curry en Golden State. Voy abajo con un par de puntos, pero siempre hago el triple faltando 6. Esa Gucci que tiene son fake. Eso que fuman es Purple Haze. Eso que bebe no es lean. No, eso es jarabe pa' no toser. Esa perra dice que me ama, pero igual mañana puede ser mi infiel. Ese negro dice ser mi amigo, pero solo quiere comer mi pastel. No confío en ningún mal nacido que no haya conmigo sobre mi mantel. Fucking mundo cruel, discrimina mi color de piel. Tengo el corazón frío como el Ártico. Ahora dicen que soy antipático. Muchos falsos salieron del ático y decían que eran mis fanáticos. Son de plástico. Cuando arranco ya no hay quien me pare. Valentino Rossi me dicen de doctor. Tengo floco con los parezco de control. A mí no me gana ninguno de estos tontos.
Yeah.
No.
Doing this in Spanish, that was the fucking move right there. Yeah, this is great. PJ!
Shout out to OG, run the Euros. Estamos afuera y hace un chingo de frío, goddammit.
The way I see it, you probably free us from the ages 1 to 4. Around the age of 5, you shipped away for your body to be stored. They promise education, but really they give you tests and scores. And they predicting prison population by who scoring the lowest. And usually the lowest scores the poorest, and they look like me.
Yeah.
And every day on the evening news, they feed your fear for free. And you so numb, you watch the cops choke out a man like me. Until my voice goes from a shriek to whisper, I can't breathe. And you sit there in house on couch and watch it on TV. The most you give is a Twitter rant and call it a tragedy.
This is
but
killer,
truly the travesty, man. You've been robbed of your empathy, replaced it with apathy. I wish I could magically fast forward the future so then you can face it and see how fucked up it'll be. I promise I'm honest, they coming for you the day after they coming for me. I'm reading Chomsky, I'm reading Bukowski, I'm laying low for a week. I said something on behalf of my people and I popped up in WikiLeaks. Thank God that I'm covered, the devil can smother, and you know the evil don't sleep. Dick Gregory told me a couple of secrets before he lay down in his grave. All of us serve the same masters, all of us nothing but slaves.
This is it, man.
Never forget
right
in
here.
The story of Jesus, the hero was killed by the stage.
This sells the record. This fucking song right here by itself sells the record.
Con tu ataque, como los black, arremetiendo duro con el track, levantando la voz por los caídos que murieron a causa de la gancha. Ready to die, voy defendiendo a los míos.
Yeah, man, this goes hard.
Para que respeten este mestizaje, para que se lo viva mi latinaje. Es lo que traje, tema central, contra la segregación racial, contra la desigualdad social, también la brutalidad policial. En nuestro pensar, en nuestro ideal, nos quieren callar por manifestar ese descontento por todo el gran sufrimiento que nos han querido causar. But I have a dream, like a Master Luther King. fin. Y eso es convivir en santa paz con los demás, es nuestro fin. No hay más nada, sino que poder actuar con más equidad hasta que haya igualdad de oportunidad para la humanidad que habita en nuestra sociedad.
Yeah, that's definitely the fucking track. To me, immediately killed. I mean, that's also my favorite track off the original. That and Just. And we're going to hear Just. Look at all these slave masters. I wonder what that's going to sound like. What do you guys think? I mean, we can see the Blue Letter Films immediately says that that's the track that makes it an instant purchase. Yeah, I get that. I feel it. Certainly sounds like a new group, doesn't it? It's well done. There's it's tastefully done too. Why don't we listen to side 3? Hope you guys are enjoying this thing that we're doing. Give it a deep listen, a full album listen, on vinyl to a piece of work from the beginning to the end, just the way the artist intended. But as a listening party in community like this, I'm not going to tell you whether it's good or whether it's not. I mean, listen to it. You can decide that for yourself. I'm going to react to it just like all of us are reacting to it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's drop the needle on side 3. Tune in to see our show up on Twitch. Those of you who are on YouTube, the link will be in the comments. See if you like discovering music, man. All right. Let's do side 3. That is side 3, right?
Mastered economics cause you took yourself from squalor. Slave. Mastered academics cause your grade said you a scholar. Slave. Mastered Instagram cause you can instigate a follow. Shit. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Get it?
Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar.
Boogie Mamacita!
Anytime I'm on mine, I be minding
I think it would become a salsa.
Every
Beautiful.
time on my grind, I'm just trying to shine. Make $1 government, they want a dozen dime. The petty kind might kill you cause they see you shine. I done had to have a talk with myself plenty times. Am I a hypocrite cause I know I did plenty crime. I get broke too many times, I might slang some fine. You believe corporations running marijuana, and your country ran by a casino owner. Pedophile sponsor all these fucking racist bastards. And I told you once before that you should kill your master. Now that's the line that probably gon' get my answer.
Master of these politics, you swear that you got options. Master of opinion, cause you vote with the white collar. The 13th Amendment says that slavery's abolished. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar.
Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters.
Man, you better thug out, get the bag and the bug out. Try to run home, you might run your luck out. Just when your base is loaded, they'll roll a grenade in the dugout. Earth folk, not a mellow bunch. We got a thumbs in the air like hella bust. Look at who we done blessed with our trust. I don't think we'll be left with too much. Hand on my heart, on my mind, on my drugs. Got a vodka punch for your Atlas shrub. And love or not love, it's just that dumb. Lord, sweet Buddha, please make me numb. Rain bounce off walls like a city in Roomba. Just found out it's created stupid. Lit by the supermoon or too lucid. Plus got swoons in the blood, I'm assuming. Beep, Richie, this is New York City. The X on the map with a pain keep in it. Just us stuck here shitting. A murderous choco cops still earning a living. Funny how some say money don't matter. That's rich now, isn't it? Get it? Comedy. Try to sell crack, it's supposed to get food, get killed. It's not an anomaly. Hey, it's just money.
Mastered economics cause you took yourself from squalor. Mastered academics cause your grade said you
We're
a
gonna listen to
scholar.
this after.
Mastered Instagram cause you
Truco y
instigate a
su
follow.
peso.
Look at all these slave masters. Let
let's
to the
go.
bottom half. You see the piece now running fast on the tarmac in a starter jack. C4 when I run it back like a track star on a record lap. Nah, like when it's needle catch. Clean little port pugilist. A shooter's view is a brutal flick. Too rude for you rudiments. Who convinced you can move against the crew in this? Coming up through the fence. Offshore at a Port-au-Prince. Overjoyed left his fingerprints on the hearts of the gate in the world of residence. How can we be the peace when the beast gonna reach for the worst? Tear on the flesh of the earth. Stay set from a deafening reckoning, quick like the pace of a verse. So questioning this quest for things is a recipe for early death threatening. But the breath of me is weaponry for you and just money.
Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar.
Miles to the outbound road. Never look back, never ever went slow.
Never look back, heard him say that before.
Never look back, never stare at a ghost. BK air at the summertime show. Ain't shit fly with the drone, don't know. Low on the smoke, grab another pack, go. Pop smoke too, we're playing piano. Pop time you, it's funny how that go. Mom, you too, I never could drink slow.
Never look back,
Heard her say that before. Sound like the type of advice I'd ignore. Funny how time feel off TikTok. You think it's SP to drop a clock shot. Never smoke sad, I heard that's the thought. Got 44 bucks on the smoke, what you got?
never look back. Never look back.
Wow, this is different.
Never look back. Never look back. Never look
This
back.
works too, doesn't it?
Never look back.
I wasn't expecting
Never look
that.
back. Got my mind on a mission on the road to perdition. The crime in the grime, I admit it, I'm with it. Must suckle up crying for my mama right titty. Cause if dollar made sense, no question, she was with it. She was queen penny independent when I was a kid. Uncle Luke, don't stop, get it, Magic City. Mommy told me
Tim
never give a
Wilson.
nigga my plug. Then she
Catch
told me
you
never
tomorrow,
give
man.
these bitches
Thanks
my
for
love.
tuning in.
Still to the day, bro, I'm missing my girl. Still to the day, I'm perfecting my thug. Daddy told me never give a honey my money. Had to ask daddy, did that include money? Made dollar, made cent, made money. Got a wife built like a Playboy bunny. Fucked up, but I kept her cause I keep it 100. Made a meal that for real ain't a damn thing funny. Never look back.
Never look back.
Never look back. Never look back. Never look back. Never look back. Never look back. Never look back.
So, así está la cosa. No puedes ir adelante, no puedes volver atrás. El pasado, el presente, el futuro son irrelevantes. Lo único que importa es la latitud. La gratitud lo es todo.
You're listening to Run the Jewels.
El tiempo no es nada.
Remix album, RTJ CU4TRO. Released this year, earlier this year.
King live.
Think quick, never saw class a delinquent. Never get cash for the beats and a
Sink shit.
smart ass kid with a mean lip. Mom said
Mac
Jay gonna
Attack,
speak
how
with
are
a
you?
meaning.
Deepness.
Now I'm on
Happy to
free
see
'cause
you,
I'm
brother.
preaching. I don't wear a leash and a leash, but I'm beasting.
Never look back, you'll only get bitter.
Full
if
album
you get
spin,
bitter,
brother.
you will never get better. Never get better, then you never get bigger. Never get bigger, then
Thank
you
you for
never
your
make cheddar.
subscription.
Tell the truth, fella, you were never really special. You were just a lame nigga with a hit record. Your time came, then it changed like the weather. Run the Jews, motherfucker, we still forever.
JID.
Never look back.
I don't know what JID is.
Never look back. Never look back. Never look back. Never look back.
Oh fuck, Warren G's record is out. Regulate. On vinyl. I gotta get that.
Never look back.
Warren G, Regulate. On vinyl. Gotta have it.
The God killer is Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus death gun on the car dealer. Just bought a demon, I'm screaming up out the car dealer. Last temptation of Mike, but I'm a God figure. Tell Beelzebub that the God don't need a job, and if I did, the oligarchs would be missing, murdered, and robbed. This is Bonaparte and he paired with Tucson, and they went on a world conquest, tear your bone apart. Michael remained murderous, but still virtuous. Wait to kill the petty, you found out the church services. Not a holy man, but a moral in my perversiveness. So I support the sex workers unionizing their services.
Say that you don't love me, ayy.
I'm guessing I'ma be okay.
Say that you don't feel me now.
I feel like I'ma live somehow.
Quiero cumbia más en mí. Quiero cumbia más en mí. Quiero cumbia más en mí. Quiero cumbia más.
Born from the ether, I just appeared out of cloud of reaper screaming, fuck the world. Niggas drink what's coming out like a reaper. A slap a dying child, he don't pronounce my name correct. Rules are gotta be rules, any exceptions, and I'm not a leader. Thinking the boss and I get him, I fix the shit as iffy. But later, don't know white, they'll get to the crib and quickly. I watch my mouth when I finish watching y'all suck cock. Don't doubt you put an ounce of that evil on me, I'm flipping Ricky. I give an inch to you simps, I'll never forgive me. Not saying it's a conspiracy, but you're all against me. You see a
You would host me in Dallas, eh?
Cancel my hit the killing trip, turn the time machine back around a century. Say that you don't love me.
That takes care of one expense.
I'm guessing I'ma be okay.
Brother, if I had my expenses paid to come to Dallas, I would come with my
I'ma
camera.
live somehow.
Knowing that I have a place to sleep is already a thing.
Quiero cumbia más en mí. Quiero cumbia más en mí. Quiero cumbia.
Then there's the plane ticket and the records that cost and living expenses. I'm hoping to be able to have sponsors to do that kind of thing.
Every child, woman and man, opinion don't matter, stick to your plan. If they judge, still
And a
don't
place to
budge.
stream,
Don't
of
give
course.
an inch, don't give a nudge. Life a bitch, leave it back.
But I would go anywhere with my camera.
Hold up your chin. And I put it on Jamie and me. We just gave you inspiration for free. The money
Never meant much.
You guys are playing poker tomorrow, Wubby? Is that what you're telling me? Let me think about it, okay? You guys tap in. The winner, make sure that you tip the house. I'll play you some stuff. We're going to play side 4 of this. I hope you guys have been enjoying it, man. It's definitely been a lot of fun to just kind of hang out, chill, smoke a joint, and do this together, right? I think it's I don't know, something I'll never tire of. All right, we can talk VJ destinations after we do side 4 of this. You've been listening to RTJ CU4TRO, the remix album. Out 2023, available on vinyl now. Here is side 4.
From a long line of the rancid as swine came the violators. The cloven foot designers, a high crime for the Iron Ages. Twisting down through time, see them trying to unwind creation. Don't be surprised, it's a mistake to think their influence had faded. But what a wretched state of danger we've made here. I thought to me, perhaps explaining years of self-lobotomy. Toxically, perhaps explaining tears and even tears in my cosmology. You numb yourself for years and it can wear upon you honestly. These old foxes got a lot of plots to outfox us, trying to divvy up and dump in corresponding boxes. How obnoxious. Where the heart of mine connect, expect them targeting like archers. You will not travel towards the light if they're in charge of your departure. You think the universe forgot us the way the curses pitch their product. So our spirit's not a fire that can't be snuffed to turn to dollars. Or the expanse across all space can't be contained in one small dollar. Now I see that it's the same moment in history back to haunt us. And here we are again. Hello Boyd, long time watcher, first time calling in. Every cage built needs an occupant. Got a deadbolt, see him lock it in. Had a good run, but they stopping it. Wanna walk man to the coffin lid. Eat your heart out fiction band. Truly the truth's the stranger document.
This kind of reminds me of Rosalia.
poor and you pitiful. Then every day's like a satanic ritual. Beautiful soul with the rogue and the criminal. I must the holy hold on to their principle. Kicking and screaming while watching the demons collecting the gold and the diamond residuals. My pastor say God has promised us paradise, live a good life, it is pivotal. I promised my mama that I would stay honest, but I want it all in the physical. And promise I'm honest, I'll probably be punished, cause keeping that promise too difficult. So picture me red as I sit on the bed with my hands on my head and this pistol too. Why the fuck must I be miserable? The devils, they do the despicable, and still they move like they invincible. These filthy criminals sit at the pinnacle, doing the typical, keeping us miserable. Taking the most and providing the minimal. Hate to sound cynical, but shit is pitiful. Conscience is critical. Like Jimmy Seville, they cheerfully kill kids in a ritual. I'll murder the miserables. I'll make it all biblical. I'll cut out the hands that beg for their life and I'll put it up digital. Fuck the political. The mission is spiritual. A murderous miracle that was in here to just punish the terror.
Andolini, how are you, Andolini? Long time no see. So happy to see you. Hey man, come join us on Twitch. I'm doing a live radio show on Twitch all the time, Monday to Friday. I've been connecting a lot with old people, with older folk. There's a link for Twitch, man. Another long timer. This is your favorite song,
I woke up early
Shmoo?
once again, it's 4 days straight. I didn't wake you, baby, I just watched you lay in the radiation of the city sun. I am in love with you, it is my only grace.
It is my only grace.
You know how everything can seem a little out of place. All of my life it seemed to be the only normal state. So being normal never really made me feel insane. And being clear about the truth of being sane had never really been the same. I used to want to get the chance to show the world I'm smart. Isn't that dumb? I should have focused mostly on the heart. Cause I see smarter people trample life like it's an art. So being smart ain't what it used to be, this fucking dark. You ever notice that the worst of us are on the chips? It really kinda take the sheen of people getting rich. Like maybe rich is not the holy ever-loving king of nothing. Fuckers know we know you're bluffing. You were dealing with a motherfucking money runners.
Runners.
It'd be a lie if I told you that I ever disdain the fortune and fame. But the presence of the pleasure never abstained me from any other pain. When my mother transitioned to another plane, I was sitting on a plane, telling her to hold on, and she tried hard, but she just couldn't hang. Been 2 years, true fears, I'll probably never be the same. Dead serious, it's a chore not to let myself go insane. It's crippling, make you wanna lean on a cup of promethazine. But my queen say she need a king, not another junkie flunky rapper fiend. Friends tell her he could be another Malcolm, he could be another Martin. She told her partner I need a husband more than the world need another martyr. Made in Atlanta, Georgia, where I used to ride the martyr. With an empty 22 in the front pocket of my brain starter. Trying to make it out the mud as a baby father is much harder. The same children that you love and the daughter courted used to break and rob you. Circumstance would have broke a weaker man, but I put it on my mama. I'm a man of honor and the hardship made me a better money runner.
This is for the never heard, never even got a motherfucking word. This is for my sister Sarah, honey, I'm so sorry you were hurt. This is for the dawn, mama took a knock, had to change the locks. Dusted up and brushed off, and I washed, talk about a boss. For the holders of a shredder heart, even when you wanna fall apart. When you're surrounded by the fall, treading water in an ice cold dark. When they got you feeling like a box, running from another pack of dogs. Put the pistol in the fist up in the air, we are dead, swear to God.
Black child in America, the fact that I made is magic. Black and beautiful, the world broke my mama hard and she died an addict. God bless me to redeem her in my thoughts, words, and my actions. Satisfaction for the devil, goddammit, he'll never ever have it. This is for the do-gooders that the no-gooders use and then abuse. For the truth tellers tied to the whipping post, left beaten, battered, bruised. For the ones whose body hung from a tree like a piece of strange fruit. Go hard, last word to the fire squad was fuck you too.
and the brave. You remember when I was famous? I'm not sure I was ever famous, Rossetti. But I do have a show on Twitch, and I do this full time, and it's my job. So, I mean, if that counts for anything, I'm living the fucking dream.
Esta es la historia de una pareja de pillos baratos, acusados por policías pillos que se ven obligados a huir para que no los maten. Solo tienen una bolsa de billetes, un Buick Grand Nacional robado y su reputación de malo. No son amigos exactamente. Estos tipos mejor se matan que resolver. No, señor, son hermanos. Y aunque las cosas estén color de hormiga brava, realmente no creo que quieras apostar contra ellos. Yankee y el valiente.
El Yankee y el valiente siempre tirando pa'l frente. El Yankee y el valiente siempre cuidando a su gente.
Where are we going next? You mean for VJ on the road? Our next trip is to Denver. We're gonna, like a bunch of us are actually going to meet at the RTJ concert in Denver. Run the Jewels are performing with Wu-Tang Clan and Deltron 3030 on September 8th. If you're able to travel and make it out, man, it's going to be a crazy weekend. If you like digging for records. You know what I'm saying? You got to like the whole digging for records to begin with. So that's it, folks. We did all four sides. What was actually pretty amazing is that we weren't bothered at all by Copyright Popo for this, so that's always good. We did it in real time. I took a look at the product itself. We looked at the value. I mean, look, it's a well-pressed product. It's really good. Whatever is going on the physical side of the product is mostly cosmetic, but it's really a pretty well put together package, and you heard the music and can decide for yourself whether you would like to have it on vinyl. I found it to sound a little flat on wax, not quite as dynamic as some other records I have, but there you go. All right, folks, we're going to continue the show over on Twitch, so drop in if you wish. Thanks for tuning in, YouTube. Sayonara. Catch you soon. I'll be doing more of these. And there we go, folks.